Common Man Cocktails. I am your host, Derek Schomer. I have with me Curtis, and we're going to make a Scotch-based cocktail, which goes with the last 2 episodes, which you need to go watch to get yourself up to speed on Scotch.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Scotch. I think it is in a rhyme or something.
I'm supposed to be rapping now?
Apparently. I'll be DJ Jazzy Jeff. You be Fresh Prince.
Okay.
Wait, isn't that the same person?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's so confusing. We're way too white to be having this conversation.
This is true, and everybody will remind me of that. So, this is the Blood in the Sand. It was submitted by our friend here, Curtis. And you said you know the person who invented this, right?
Not invented, but this is, he signed off on the fact that this is how it's supposed to be made.
Right. And my request was if we can get anything validated, that just makes more proof for me when we're in the, YouTube and people are like, you don't know what you're doing. And I'm like, I don't care about your opinion. Done. So it's going to have 3/4 of an ounce of everything.
Yes.
Which is freshly squeezed orange juice. I squeezed it myself.
Okay.
You've never used a measuring cup before, have you? No, that's awesome.
I feel so bad.
And the best part is it doesn't have 3/4.
I know that. I just looked at it. I was like, I can't do this.
It's like I usually do in between before 1.
Okay.
I mean, the best part is it's equal ounces. Yeah. It's equal of everything.
Before 1.
Before 1. That's ½ ounce. A little higher.
A little higher? Okay.
I think you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want that quarter.
Okay.
So then, and Curtis brought me over this little guy here so we can pour.
He was like straining. I mean, he was like, ugh.
Look. How much is that? $3? My strain ray is like $35.99.
Did you know the Hawthorne strainer originated out of Boston?
Did it?
Yeah.
Well, this is a Boston shaker.
Yeah, and the Hawthorne was from the Hawthorne Hotel. It was invented out of there. These little tiny holes used to spell out. It used to have an H instead of a star. Like it went H and then it had a star pattern, and this is the new pattern.
It's C for common.
Yeah, if you see an old one that has an H on it, buy it because it's worth a lot of money.
And then you'll buy it from me?
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. So we're going to shake. Oh, you probably want
shake, Sonora. Shake your body.
So we're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of Scotch, freshly squeezed orange juice.
I wanted to be cool and like dump it in there, but I was like, this is going to fail bad.
3/4 of an ounce of cherry. Is it Heering or Herring?
Herring?
Okay, I'll go with Herring. That makes it really dark.
Cherry Heering.
Sweet Vermouth. Is that what I got here?
Yeah.
3/4 of an ounce. It's red. That is all sweet. You know what I did today?
What's that?
I tried to buy dry vermouth at the grocery store, and I failed at 3 grocery stores.
Yeah, it happens.
It shouldn't happen. It's wine. And then we've got our Great King Street blended Scotch Whisky, non-chill filtered. Non-chill. Does that mean don't chill, or that it has never been chilled?
No, chill filtering is... have you ever taken a soup, put it in the freezer, and it gets a layer on the top of it?
That's the fat.
Okay. Chill filtering is the same thing. It takes the alcohol, freezes it, and pulls off the layer on top of it.
That wouldn't be the fat?
It's the conjugars. It's the oil conjugars.
Because they don't freeze. Or they rise.
Yeah. Well, so the problem with alcohol is just that if you take a non-chill filtered alcohol and you freeze it, it gets kind of like a cloudiness to it. And people are like, oh, this has gone bad. Well, it hasn't gone bad. It's just that the conjugars are becoming visible.
And nobody wants to see.
Yeah, but at the same...
Okay, wait. What's a conjugar? We got people who might not even... Some people don't even know what grenadine is.
The oils in the distillation that give you the flavor in the alcohol are referred to as conjugars.
Oils.
Those oils give you good taste and bad taste. So...
I like good taste.
They go both ways. And
enough ice, or should I do more?
More. And
more than that.
I completely forgot where I was going with it.
So you got these oils.
Yeah.
And they give you good and bad taste.
What were we talking about before that, though?
What they are? Or before that?
Before that.
Freezing them?
Oh, chill filtering.
See, this is how good I am. I remember what I'm talking about sometimes.
So the act of chill filtering, by pulling those out, you can freeze a bottle and it doesn't get cloudy. That's all it was. But it also, a lot of people feel that by chill filtering stuff, you're taking out the oils in the mouthfeel.
Right, which is like 5, 7, 8, 10 times distilled. You get the same effect. Yep. Except it's not ice. My ice broke pretty quick.
It's broken.
Yeah! All right. Oh, I feel like so awkward, though. I've got this tiny little... Now I'm like, I feel like I should be able to...
No, you can just finger, yeah.
I like to go with the obnoxious because you never know. No garnish for this?
I'm sure that there's something traditionally that you would garnish with, and I'm going to get yelled at for not using it.
I always forget garnishes. You can always blame me.
Yeah.
So, this is going to have more of a... Should it have a Scotch-like taste to it? Or is the... See, I think the... This kills a lot of drinks for me.
It does.
Not the case, because the cherry, that is brown sugar, comes right through, and you get a little bit of a vermouth finish, but not nearly. It has a nice fruity thing.
Yeah.
But yet, now...
It has kind of like a sour at the back end of it.
But as you wait longer, the Scotch comes in.
Yep.
Like, this, literally, you drink this, I don't taste any Scotch. It's like, ooh, brown sugars and cherries. And then that kind of, your brain goes, okay, I've registered those. And all of a sudden, boom, that Scotch comes in, like, almost 10 seconds after.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
He's going back for a second try. Scotch cocktails. Oh.
Well, I could dig a Scotch cocktail.
Yeah.
This scares me. Because it gets so overused, and then you just taste like you're drinking a fortified wine.
Yeah.
And for that, I would just drink a fortified wine.
Yeah.
I don't want to destroy my cocktail, but there's enough. Even though all the parts are the same, it seems to work.
Yeah.
I think it's this guy brings a little sweetness to the party. Dude, that's the best stuff on earth right there. Although I should probably clean the top off because it looks like it has spilled. But there's not a lot of applications where this fits because the cherry herring tends to overpower and dominate things so easily. It's like creme de menthe. You put too much creme de menthe in something, it just destroys it.
Yeah.
It destroys it with goodness, where I think creme de menthe destroys it with badness because you just get mint. This you get a lovely cherry flavor, but then you can lose all the other properties of the drink.
Well, I find that this brand works in a lot of things that other vermouths don't work in. I mean, I use it for my Manhattans, and it works really well.
Yeah, it's not as overpowering. Even though, in its defense, sweet vermouth to me is better than dry vermouth. Dry vermouth, I'm not a huge fan. Sweet vermouth tastes more like a sweet fortified wine, which I can deal with sweet. I like sweet.
Yeah.
I just don't want too much fortified wine taste in the drink. But bringing all of those together, they all kind of, these two guys pair well. You've got the fortified wine cherry thing going on. Then you get the... there's orange juice in here, though, right?
Yeah.
I don't get a lot of citrus out of that.
I have this weird feeling, and I've seen it with other people. I feel like it's more orange juice than what the recipe calls for. I feel like it's more orangey when I've seen it. And, but even at this level from what the recipe is, I would order it. I think it's totally doable.
That's a perfectly fine cocktail. That's a good Scotch cocktail because it doesn't taste overpowering Scotch. Mm-hmm. And when you're doing that, I would just say drink Scotch.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like there's no Scotch in here, which to me I would say, why would you make a Scotch cocktail you can't taste any of because you're putting an expensive product in there. Mm-hmm. Blended or not, it's more expensive than a vodka, typically.
Yeah.
So why am I going to put something that's expensive in there?
Well, actually, I don't know. I mean, this is like most of the blends I've seen are 20s.
That's
30s.
True. Grey Goose is 25.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you're getting to the point to where it's like leveling out.
What happened?
High premium vodkas need to be able to pay for marketing somehow.
Yes, yeah, and the Scotches don't. I don't know. I would say that's probably true because vodka seems to continue to get more expensive, and I think it has to do with people thinking they need to buy a very expensive vodka, and people are like, why would I make a cheap vodka? Because I'm selling myself short. I don't care how good or bad it is. You'd think almost, and they do this with Tito's. Tito's, when it was originally released in New Hampshire, was like $14 or something. Yeah. Now it's $18. They haven't changed anything. They haven't done any extra marketing. People buy it. They're like, this is really good for this price. And like, well, if it's really good for this price, what about this price?
Yeah.
And it kind of ruins it. And as it creeps up, and it's even now about the same price as Absolute, now you're going to be able to get Scotches for less.
Yep.
And Scotches, and then people feel all like fancy because they have Scotch.
Exactly.
And it looks like blood. Not too much sand.
Yeah.
So it does its job. I think it's pretty good.
I like it. Do you want me to cover a question
Do
before
it.
we finish
Yes.
out?
Well, let's make sure I covered the ones that I wanted to make sure. We did our thoughts on blended Scotch. Oh, I do have one last question on the blended Scotch.
Yeah.
So blended Scotch, it's like you said, grain, kind of that base grain.
Yeah.
How do you think it compares to say Cuervo Gold, which is
Okay. Yeah. Mixto.
yeah. Or yeah, any of them. I just like to pick on them.
I think that the blended category goes back to almost like a truthfulness. It's a matter of how truthful you are to your consumer. A lot of big companies are pushing for maximum amount of profit. A lot of smaller blenders are pushing for the maximum amount of taste because that's the only area where they can really kind of climb into the market at.
Right.
Compass Box, John Glazier is an awesome guy. Totally honest guy who's pushing for taste over profit. I mean, everybody in this game wants to make money, but at the end of the day, his products are so tasty that...
Right. You're going to make money anyway if you make a product that you're not selling at a loss.
Yeah.
But tastes good because then word of mouth and maybe marketing.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that in the blended category, there's definitely some subpar blends, and I know you've done a review on one before that was just awful.
Yeah.
But I think that I think that if you stick to this area, if the blend costs more than $20, you should be getting something relatively good. If you really are worried about that $20 investment, I would say just go with Compass Box or Grants. Grants is another really great blend. So
okay,
that's our blend.
But but Jose Cuervo is still bad.
Yeah.
Okay, and mixtos in general.
I just think the definition on tequila is 100% blue agave, and they like snuck in this like category that doesn't even count. I feel that you can spend the same amount of money, get 100% blue agave, and it's so much more worth it.
And then, but with the Scotch, they're doing everything legit. They're not trying to sneak anything. They're just reducing cost.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yep.
What else we got?
I was gonna do the Devil's Cut one.
Okay. What's the difference?
The bottle's actually right there, so do we want to just pull it? It's right next to Wild Turkey. This is kind of a cool concept.
Who asked this one? Is this Trav Austin?
Yeah, Austin.
Right.
There was a thing for a long time, and they actually just stopped doing it, where you could buy the used barrels from the distillery, and they kept telling people that they were making planters out of them.
Yeah, from Home Depot.
And they were not doing that.
What? That's what I heard.
Filling them with water, shaking them, pulling out the residual alcohol out of the barrel, and then drinking it. Because even though the barrel's been dumped, there's still residual in the wood.
So who was doing that?
Just people in the South.
Oh, it wasn't the company.
No.
They don't have their employees going in there. Go.
Yeah, they're like, yay. This had been going on for a long period of time. And they finally figured it out, and Beam was smart enough to kind of collect on that fact that there's still alcohol in the wood.
Right.
So primarily what they're doing is they are pulling the alcohol out of the wood either through a pressure wash. I mean, it's trade secret.
Right.
So they're not giving away a lot of it, but by pulling the residual amount of alcohol out of the wood, they're getting a heavier wood kind of bourbon. And the outcome of that is that it's a unique flavor. But this way of getting a Devil's Cut has been going on for a long time. People have been buying old barrels, putting water in them, shaking them, pulling out the liquid.
But then they're just drinking liquid. These guys are actually putting it in, not with water necessarily, but whatever their magic they're doing. They're saying we're going to extract more of the oak and over oak without doing an age thing. Because I mean that's
it's still aged because it's the original barrels that were aged up to that point.
Right.
They're just dumping out the original liquid for their normal Jim Beam. The liquid that's left inside the barrel.
Oh, like they literally just keep collecting that, and then
they
why isn't this should be super expensive? Because there should be less of that than there is a liquid in the barrel.
Yeah, but this is the residual. So do you have any idea how much alcohol Jim Beam makes? And like, it's sick. Like from a distiller's perspective, like once my distillery's up and running, the amount of production I would make in an entire year is what they spill in one day. It's crazy how much they make.
So they have enough. So wait, are you telling me that what I'm buying into is their throwaway?
It's not a throwaway.
But they were.
It's
Weren't
just
they throwing it away?
It's the last part in the barrel that is being extracted. I love Jim Beam. I love the No family. I can't push that as a throwaway, but it is a unique product that has not really. It's unique.
It's unique.
Yeah.
I like it better than regular Jim Beam. I don't know if that's a problem.
Yeah,
you
get more wood out of it. Right?
I don't know how to say this in a way that doesn't sound perverse, but I love the wood.
And with that show, we'll be going home now.
So, there's that. So, did we get... You guys have a question of the day? Anybody over here? I knew it.
And the truth.
Oh, gosh. I'll say, what is hearing exactly? Is it a kind of spirit? Heering is a cherry liqueur.
Yeah, liqueur.
So, that's really what it is. It's really thick and juicy. I don't know if... Derek came out. Congratulations. I guess...
It's even better that his wife's not here to hear this statement.
Yes, because she'd be making sure everybody knew what was going on.
Least favorite vodka?
We can't ask that question, can we?
Yeah, aren't we having this is like the Scotch one. I mean, we'll get into it. But...
Yeah, we will get into the vodka stuff, so we'll save those questions.
Yeah.
So question of the day, here you go. What is your favorite Scotch cocktail?
Yeah.
Like, it has to have Scotch in it. I've only done one or two, so there could be cool ones I've never heard of.
Yeah.
What is it? Tell me. Type it. There you go.
Catchphrase.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'm waiting for you to say it.
Oh, everydaydrinkers.com. We're teaching you how to drink.